私の出番だね。血が騒ぐね。
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
仕方ないな。やるか。
楽しめそうじゃん。
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the low kick. Still slugging it out here. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Trips them up. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Grabs him. What's the play here? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Gets the jump in. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 creates a KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Going wild with the throws in the corner. Brushes that off and keeps going. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Oh my, the throw tag. Low heavy. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Flatline zone.
Yes! 俺の勝ちだぜ! Final round! Fight!
Opens with a jump in? Who's going to speak? Oh my god, they just choked it up! Handle with care. You can't jump drive impact. Like all the throw connects. Oh, sniped! Nothing stops this train! Side switch! Oh, here we go! Jump and whips! They're wide open! Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter! Turning it right up with a super! Burns out! Ooh, what a smart play! Okay, here we go! Ugh, scuffle! Medium kick! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that run! Flashes them! Medium kick hits! Takes him all the way to brushes that off and keeps going! Combo with the target combo! Opts for the throw! Steps in for the throw! The low heavy hits! Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage! Blocks the low heavy! Knockdown! Player 1 chases them down! In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jump! Throws them to negate the block. Low on life, but the drive's there. Burnout activates. Player 2 can't afford to come from the brink like that. What a comeback. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Jets sees the overhead coming. Who's going to start things off? Pokes with a medium kick. Can't tech the throw. Good work staying in throw range there. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Flashes it. Brushes that off and keeps going. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 is not in a good low heavy, but no go. A real test of experiencing burnout. Medium kick. Sets up with the jump in. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter if both cashes out the game right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
A new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Finds the time to squeeze in a breath. Starts off zoning with Fireball. You know their Fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Picture perfect punish counter. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. All right, what's coming up next? Experiencing burnout. Medium kick hits. KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Side hustle? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Dashes forward. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Looking for a chance. Going in. Not much life difference. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Not, ooh, lands a rising uppercut. KO! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with a jump in. Medium kick. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Matt, this is gonna hurt. Player 1 has gotta work some magic with his limited drive. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. They are not getting close to each other. Will this Super Art do anything? Vulcan Blast! Will this change the round? Goes up above? Hits the drive! There's a burnout! Raw Super Art incoming! Both sides getting ready! Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up! Looking for a hole! Oh my god! Raw Super! What now? They gotta find something to work with here! That was a magical shot! Player 2 made some smart moves there! Great game! It's not over yet! Let's believe it's time for that run back! Uses the target combo as a filler. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Can't tech the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Throws them. What's next? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Drive rush to keep it going. Sandblast! KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. But ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Going in? Smart play with the rising uppercut. Still scrapping for control of the space. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters planning something? Barely blocks the jump in. Medium kick hits. Goes with the safe stuff with that drive rush. A real test of nerve. Just goes for it at this range. Gets a risky buff in. Saihasho to start something? Hit out of nowhere. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Player 1 chases them down. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. What's the play here? Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Long low attack hit. Did well to get the buff in there. Taking stock. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Heading into the end KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Looking to impress with this super. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Big throws. Both fighters planning something? The life remaining, so connects with the throw. Connects with medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. What now? Gets a risky bump in. Sandblast. This is a bad situation to pick grounds them from above. Okay. Oh, yo! Raw super hit! Raw super hard income closes it out.
Final round.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The jump meets them air to air. The low kick hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Solid anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Light genius speed with that throw escape. The drive impact doesn't work. Gotta do better than that. Ooh, does them dirty. Ultra drive rush. All the throw connects. Player 1 is a raw super hard incoming. Sets up with the jump in. Looking for a hole. Turns out. Noticeable life lead is a comeback. They're just gonna go for it with the super. The brain on this fighter to fish for the counter in that situation. Are you kidding me? Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
仕方ないな。やるか。
楽しめそうじゃん。
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. No good up high. Player 1 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. They were ready for the air attack. They don't want them out of that corner. Throws him down. Knockdown. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Neither of them willing to back off. Did well to get the buff in there. Reacts to the throw. Checks with a medium kick. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Shows the medium kick. Closes it with a classic corner throw. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Buffs up. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Gets the knockdown, and now uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Player 1 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Puma's there to give them even better returns on their investment. Clint experiencing burnout. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Medium kick hits. The low. Jumps. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 can't use any drive. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Sits him down with...
A new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Blocks the jump in. Throws him down. Was well in range to score the throw. Still slugging it out. Checks that jump in easily. Now they can go on the offensive. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. This is a real back and forth match this year. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Reads them. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Decides to buff up while charges forward. Jumps up. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Player 1 is made very solid Tomahawk Buster. Quick breather. Goes for the jump in. Bumps up. The Condor wins experiencing burnout. Risky hits him with a stop and bar. Noticeable life. Oh, it closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The throw misses. Big counter. Lots of aggression from both sides. A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Decides to puff up while they can. Reads them. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. They may be planning to spend their drive gauge. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Player 2 snaps back and hits hard with a 10-minute. Life lead is there. Burnout activates. Oh, here we go. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive impact misses. Oh, what a finish. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
A new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Throws him down. Steps in for the throw. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. All right. The Fuha stop to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Sticks the jump in. Oh, misses. Life lead opens up. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Medium kick hit. Decides to buff up while they can. Throws them to negate the block. Just moments ago, we saw some very solid pressure against the wall. That's how you close out games. It's so hard to fight back against that. Grabs them. Good work staying in throw range there. The Fuha's there to give them even better returns on their investment. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Going in? Saihasho to start something? From upstairs! Headbutt! Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Saihasho? Their life is hanging by a thread. The Godoline have packed your bags. It's too much. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Goes for the jump in to start. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Gets a risky buff in. Barely blocks the jump in. Throws him. Both fighters planning something? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Danger said, get that jumping out of here. Connects with the throw. Oh, yo! Rock super hit. What were they thinking? That's gonna leave him rattled. drive impact misses! Oh my, the throw tech! There's a burnout! Ooh, what a smart throw! Looking for a hold. Lays down a Saihasho! Nothing but air! This is gonna hurt! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Sets up with the jump in. They can't get hit here. Saihasho! The throw is denied. So they are done! Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Too far for the throw to connect. Headbutt. Big counter. What are they thinking here? Starts with a jump in. Trips him up. Big low reaching heavy. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Reacts to the throw. That tech's what you get when both sides go in on the throw. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Holds out with the block. Grabs him, knockdown. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Headbutt. Denied. Reads the throw and shuts it down. Player 1 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. There's the wall splash. They can't do anything now. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Gets a risky pin jump with a stop and pop. Life lead is there, but spit bomb critical. What's gonna happen? Shreds them with a critical line. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Runs nothing but air. The next touch may decide this round. What are they gonna do? Flatlines there. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
逃がさねえよ。
スタート。Round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? What's the play here? Player 1 has used up all of their drive moves. Can they outlast it? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. The throw hits, now the fun begins. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Oh, burnout on both sides? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive in there. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Did well to get the buff in there. Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Big opportunity now in this corner. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a cycle. This is gonna be bad news. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blink. Jumps. Blocks the low kick. Low heavy. Wow, reads the counterattack. Will they gamble something? Hit punish counter on reaction. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. They both decide to seize attention and back off. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Uses their drive gauge. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Gets a risky buff in. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of health remaining. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Medium kick. All solid anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Medium kick. What's next? Throws that off. Blade breaks it. The low's blocked. Connects with the throw. Plenty of low heavy, but no go. Amazing. Crowns him from above. Turning it right up with a super. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Oh, so close. The next move, that was a magical shot. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The low kick hits. Medium kick hits. Stops him with a target combo. Goes to the overdrive. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, and you're going to eat tons of damage. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Knockdown. Was looking for that jump attack. Side hustle. Nice read. Denies him with a summer KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Decides to buff up while they can. Throws them. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Player 2 chases them down. Side switch in the corner. What'll happen here? Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Connects with medium kick. Goes for the jump in. Player 2 will look to apply burnout activated. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Scrapping it out up the low's block. Sonic boom. Zones with the fireball. Yashikusen. Good job escaping that dangerous corner flatline zone. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Sonic blade to steal a tap. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Medium kick hit. That combo did decent damage. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 1 needs to wait this out. Impact squash. Player 1 gotta do better than that. This can lead to some big damage. Jump! What are they gonna do? With Super Rock uses their drive gauge. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Good presence of mind to pull the willing to risk it for the overdrive. A real test of nerves here. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Puts one in the pocket. Deftly shuts out the jumper. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Finds the time to squeeze in above. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Reads their mind and texts a throw. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Life lead opens up. Saihasho to start something? Drive gauge finally recovers. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Each hit is so important here. A quick breather. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They're low on sneaks in the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws them to negate the block. The Fuha stalk to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Lots of life to play with. And full SA meters. What will they do? Meter management is going to be a huge factor. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Medium kick hits. Leads them air to air. Can they create an opportunity? Reads the jumper perfectly. Time to shatter some life bars and dreams. Hope you like gardening, because you're about to be planted. They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Can they use their resources wisely? Turn closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Parrying attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. Smart play there to go for the air to air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? A little too greedy there. Sees it coming and blocks it out. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now, it's getting a throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Solid throw tech. That tech's what you get when both sides go in on the throw. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Lots of Fuha bends and plenty of avenues to race through. Medium kick hit. Doesn't miss a beat. Hits them with a stop and block. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Saihasho throws them. Both fighters planning something? Hopes with a kick, wrecks them. Opts for the critical art. Big clothesline to knock them down. Ooh, yeah, kick in the gut. Setting them up for the Storm Buster. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Pack your bags. They got him. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Loads up above. Saihasho. The throw is denied. Jeez, Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Go! Sucks the prior rope, crowns him from above! Player one knew the throw was coming!
Perfect execution with the anti-air. Feasting with the Russian suplex.
They're in range.
We gonna see a jump drop that off. Reach out and hug him. What? Will the super art do anything? What were they thinking? The super block.
These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible?
Solid anti-air. They gotta go. Are you kidding me?
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Trips him up. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Jump in, finds the mark. Throws him. What's next? Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Takes a trip. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Saihasho, player two will look to apply pressure here. Both fighters are weighing their up in there. Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jump. Who's going to start things off? Reverse spin kick. Jumps in. Sonic boom. Player one has the right lead. Can they use it? There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Sonic Blade to fish for a reaction. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Jumps up. Ooh, what a smart play. The throw whips. Barely blocks the jump. It tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Are we gonna see it come?
It's a good spot to use the super. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean.
Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Sonic boom. Decides to buff up while they can. The Fuha stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. Player one with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Holds out with the block. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown. Did well to get the buff in there. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player one, KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. Decides to buff up while they can. From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Gets a risky buff in. Buffs up, knockdown, and not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Both fighters planning something? Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. They return to center stage. Checks him with the boom. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Sonic blades to steal a turn. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Barely blocks the jump-in. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. But connects with the throw. This can lead to some big damage. Taking chunks out of each other here. Somehow manages to block the jump-in. The throw doesn't connect. Lets loose a boom. Things are very tense. Reads the jump-in perfectly. Player one needs to crown them from above. Getting up close and personal. Oh, here he throws them. Will this super art do anything? What were they thinking? A real test of nerves here. How did they read that throw? They're just gonna go for it with the super. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Are you kidding me? Player one has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. This is gonna hurt. Gets a risky push in. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Does a good job of pushing back. Going in, player two in trouble with no drive. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. Looking for a chance. So, what's next? Each hit is so important here. To come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Bumps up. Sonic boom. Flicks out the blade to creep up. Long low attack hits. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Checks them with the boom. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player one has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Breaks those shins. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They're going for the super art? Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
始めようか。
楽しめそうじゃん。
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. That was a solid anti-air. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The jump-in is denied. Solid combo. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. limited resources at hand right now. Takes a trip. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. They need to rely on their instincts here. Both of them are low on health and are playing very cautiously. Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
That's a risk. They can't squander this punish counter chance.
Checks with a medium kick. Somehow pushes back, hits him with a stop and bomb.
This Shin Hashogaki is gonna sting.
Knockdown and drive rush to keep it going. Experiencing burnout. Burnout activates.
Player 2 will look to apply pressure here.
Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. They're both driveless. This can lead to some big damage. Low heavy. And it flatlines them. Last round, people.
Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight! Round! Fight!
Nothing stops this train.
Smart play with the throw.
Player the low.
Smart stuff, poking up that range to zone the opponent.
Oh, putting the cherry on top. Do it to them. Show the people what they came to see, Ryu. Cross that off.
Player 2 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Taking chunks out of each other here. Shakes things up with the fireballs.
They gotta go.
Good parry. The projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes for the jump in. Takes the chance to hurt him. What's going to follow the combo? Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Knockdown. Projectile to try and change the situation. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Experiencing KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jump in. Connects with medium kick. That combo did prize him open with a Shoryuken. Oh, says no to the impact. Forcefully closes the gap. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player hits him with a stop and bomb. Overgoes for the Shin Hashogeki. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Zones with the fireball. How will they manage their drive gauges? Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. That back throw was huge. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Crowns him from above.
Turning it right up with a super.
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. They were expecting that drive impact. Checks them with a projectile. Finds the time to squeeze in a buck. Both sides looking for an opening. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Goes for the drive rush there. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Very solid corner switch. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive moves, but they still have enough life left to take in there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Throws them. What's next? The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Goes for the jump in. Both fighters have a full super meter on. Hits them with a stop and pop. Gut punch.
Put the exclamation point on that with an OD heart.
The big flex.
The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken.
Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Tons of space between the fights. There's a burnout. Amazing. Great impact. Squat.
Bust out the OD Hado. Anti-air in the front.
What a finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Fight round! Fight!
Jump! Reads the jump in perfectly. Solid anti-air. Player 1 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. He hits them with a stop and pop. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump ins.
Getting it all on the drive rush.
Closes the distance.
Punish counter on reaction.
Player 1
is in a very good spot.
They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side kick.
Crowns them from above.
This can lead to some big damage.
Keeps them out.
Gotta do better than that. They gotta dig down deep here. This is gonna hurt. What's this Chiku Hado gonna do?
Oh, come on, kid. Why would you use the super?
Player 2 can't let this in.
Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Finds the time to squeeze in above. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Throws him to negate the block. Knockdown. KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps up. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their driving. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round.
Opt for the free flow kicks to get a drink in.
Lots of Fuha bank and plenty of avenues to race through. What's the next move? Brushes that off and keeps going. Experiencing burnout. Going in? The Fuha's there to give them even better return on their investment. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this rate. Connects with the throw. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Blocks the low kick. What'll happen here? The low.
Take that guard away. He's maxed out.
Gets the corner switch. It might be the drive impact doesn't work.
Impact counter.
kill, no doubt about it.
月が
No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned.
Final round.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Oh my god, what a throw set!
Hits him with a stopping block.
The match just started. It's anyone's game.
Put anti-air in the clutch. Punish counter on reaction.
That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Dip the throw is denied. Excellent block. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation which breeds the throw and escape. Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. A jump in? Oh my god, what a throw test. Oh, here we go. Blocks the low kick. These guys are not...
Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Jury's going to a dark place.
Tyson Dankai Raku.
強かったね。
The super connects. A jump? What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.